Down there. Good. Down there. I'll be a piston.
YouTube, what is crack-a-lackin'? It is Monday, just under 3 weeks out from the NPC Whitney Jones Classic. Today is leg day. It is technically the third to last leg day, but really it's only two more real leg days, two hard leg days. The last leg day will be 7 days out, so the Saturday before the show, and it'll just be pump work. I'll be in and out within 45 minutes. 70%, just facilitating blood flow and nutrients and calling it a day. I am right now getting my pre-workout set. I'm getting my pre-workout meal cooked up here momentarily, getting Intra workout set. So once I eat, I'm pretty much squared away. Take my pre shortly after, grab my Intra and go. So Intra workout, just put in this big old jug. This is a scoop and a half of Silo 9 EAAs from Hostile. It's 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of glutamine, and 3 grams of taurine. And I just start sipping this right when I get in the gym and finish it pretty much right there at the end on the way home or right when I get home. And I add 1.5 liters of water. We are drinking 7 liters of water a day currently. Tracking water, tracking sodium, keeping everything as consistent as we can. So this is a little over half a liter. My pre-workout will go in here. So I'm gonna leave a tiny bit out to just have with my meal. Perfect. So some ice in there, shake her up. And so today's leg day is pretty simple. Really, ever since 6 weeks out, volume kind of got decreased a little bit. No real crazy intensifiers or going insanely heavy. Food's been real low. My low days actually got updated recently. They are now at 1,800 calories. And majority of the days we're running our low. So we ran a high day Saturday, dropped 2 pounds. Ran a low day yesterday, Sunday, dropped another pound. And so this morning for leg day, we are keeping fuel up around leg day, so we are doing a medium day. So carbs are at like 225 instead of 110. Fat's a little bit lower than low days. Low days are like 25, medium days at 19. Calories right at like 2350, I think. Yeah, the bummer thing about putting the powder in pre-hand prematurely is if I don't dry this thing all the way, it sticks at the bottom, which I'm usually really good about, but right now, obviously my brain's not working the best. Being less than 3 weeks out on 1,800 calories and the amount of stairs we're doing, and didn't work. And I can't even fit my smallest shaker ball in there to break it up, so hopefully over time it'll kind of break away there at the bottom. But that's our Intra. EAAs, hydration, glutamine, creatine, taurine, 1.5 liters of water, and some ice. Put that in the fridge and grab her on the way out. We have our pre-workout blender bottle here. Again, we'll throw some ice in there. So sometimes I do use stim and pre, say about 50% of the time. The other 50%, I love black coffee. So this is an iced black coffee. This is the pumpkin flavor from Nespresso. And so sometimes I'll put an espresso. I'll make a cup of coffee the night before or the morning of and put it in the fridge because I don't like pouring it straight over ice. It just dilutes it too much. So I made this the night before, put it in the fridge. I had one black coffee this morning before 40 minutes of walking. Leg day, I don't do stairs. Normally it's on training days, 60 minutes fasted on the stairs, 20 minutes post-workout. Non-training days, 55 minutes fasted, 25 minutes in the evening. And then 40 minutes of walking on all those days too, but leg day is just walking. So had a coffee, did check-ins this morning, did my 40-minute walk on my walking pad in my room. And so now what I'm gonna do probably just pumped today, so we're gonna do 2 scoops of the EVP 3D grape flavor. I do like Hostile's Bloodshot better as a pump product, but I got a good deal on this a while back, and so I'm still trying to finish this off. I'm not just gonna throw it away. Evogen's still a good brand, good product, even though I do rep Hostile and prefer Hostile's product. I got no issue with Evogen, so 2 scoops of the EVP 3D Juicy Grape on in there. And then let's get our pre-workout meal cooking up. So I work from home the majority of the time. I do have, you know, a good amount of meetings. I do see customers a decent amount, but the majority of the time I am working from home. So I like to cook my meals as fresh normally. Coconut oil spray on the pan. I try to do the shortest spray I can because even though it says 0 calories, it's still a fat. So it's not really 0 calories. If you look at the serving size on those spray bottles, whether it's whatever, Pam, I don't use Pam, I use generally the avocado oil spray from Costco or the coconut oil spray from Trader Joe's. The serving size is like 1/4 of a second spray. So that's how they get away with saying it's 0 calories, because there's still oil in there. So heating that up in the pan right now. And this is what we got. Digestive enzymes, these super enzymes I take before every meal except for my meal with whey protein, which will be the post-workout meal, which I'll show you as well. That is 2 scoops of whey isolate. So I measure out 68 grams of whey isolate of the ISO H1. Today I got the blueberry donut, is what I'm doing today. And then 50 grams of cream of rice on the side. Been liking the chocolate Elevate chocolate cake cream of rice. So I know that sounds weird, blueberry donut and chocolate cake cream of rice, but it's freaking amazing. So I take this before my meal, so I'll leave this out so I don't forget. Medium day meal is a lot more fun than the low day meal. Pre-workout for sure, definitely helps fuel it more. Pre-workout on low days has only 20 grams of carbs. And it's from white rice, so it's just 70 grams of cooked white rice. On the medium days, that 70 grams of rice changes to 200, and I get 40 grams of dates. So here we have the good old chicken bucket. I have chicken breast with 3 of my meals. And what I do is I just mass meal prep chicken in the oven. I generally cook 6 packs from Costco all at once, and that'll last me, 4-ish days. It depends how many low days I run, because low days, my protein portions on chicken go down to 140 grams cooked. On medium days, they're 224 grams cooked. And on low days, they were 224, but now they just got dropped to 190. We lowered protein a little bit. So it really just depends what days we're running, but sometimes I've had smaller packs, it only lasts me like 3.5 days, but generally 4 days, sometimes 5. Okay, 224 grams of chicken. Chicken scissors, necessity as a bodybuilder in my opinion. We got this pan rolling. I'm gonna throw my chicken in there. And then in the off season and at the beginning of prep, I use rice cookers. I get the big 20-pound or 25-pound bag of jasmine rice from Costco. I have 2 rice cookers. I have a huge aroma rice cooker that I'll just leave the rice in there and just take it out as the day goes on. And then I also have a little like Black & Decker one that I take with me when I travel, like when I go home for Thanksgiving to California, and when I go to Disneyland in December and California in December, I'll bring that little Black & Decker rice cooker with me, because we'll be in the reverse diet during that point. There might be some more rice. But for now, what I've been doing is Trader Joe's has some absolutely incredible bagged frozen white jasmine rice. The only ingredient is just organic white jasmine rice. Looking at this, I'm definitely gonna need to pick up some more. But so we are gonna weigh out 200 grams here. Of our jasmine rice. And the amount you microwave really just depends on the amount you have. When I have 70 grams, I microwave it for maybe a minute 15, minute 30. 200 grams, it'll be more like 2 minutes. And then on my high days, I get 280 with this meal, and that's closer to 2.5 minutes. And I do everything to the gram. Off-season prep, doesn't matter. Full-time bodybuilder. Everything calculated as much as it can be. Every variable controlled as much as it can be. And now looking at this, I'm gonna need to hit Trader Joe's on the way home to get rice. 200 grams here. We're gonna wait a sec before we toss it in the microwave. Let this chicken cook up a little bit more. I throw the chicken on like a medium high and just kind of sear it, because it's obviously already cooked. But something about the microwave just takes away from the flavor, and it just doesn't, it makes it a little more chewy. You know, I eat a lot of cold chicken too when I'm going around for meetings. If there's no microwave, or I'm driving around in my truck on road trips. When I used to work at the office, I would microwave it. And when I do work at the office now, you know, sometimes I microwave, sometimes I get cold, but my favorite is definitely, if I can control it, seared up in the pan. Rice, microwave, we're gonna do 2 minutes. Before I forget, we're gonna pop this digestive enzyme. Last bit, dates. Trader Joe's, organic medjool pitted dates. I tried dates from Costco. I love Costco, huge Costco advocate, but the best dates come from Trader Joe's. And they're non-organic ones. They just don't taste the same. And even the organic ones from Costco don't taste the same. I'm telling you, it's something about the Trader Joe's organic medjool dates are the winners. So 40 grams of dates here, which is, I think, 27 carbs. I will pull up the macros on this meal so we can get it right. Boom, 40 grams of dates there. All right, so we don't, it's not, you know, it's not if it fits your macros, counting calories, that type of stuff. It's just the app that my coach and I use does show the calories, but obviously I'm on a meal plan. So 224 grams of that chicken breast, 200 grams of jasmine rice, 40 grams of medjool dates is 591 calories, 53 grams of protein, 83 grams of carbs, and it says 3 grams of fat. It's 2 grams from the chicken, half gram from the rice, and 0.1 from the dates. Rounds up to 3, but it's really probably more like 2 grams of fat, which would take it away an extra 9 calories. So you're probably looking at more like 582 calories, 53 protein, 83 carbs, 2 fat. Trying to finish off some of this coffee. Get a little more energy because I'm dragging, man. I am feeling the prep at this point. It is just, the name of the game at this point is low days and stairs. Let's see this rice here. Yeah, do another 15 seconds. Chicken's pretty much good. So on the docket for the leg day though, we're gonna warm up with some adductors. I like to warm up the adductors first, because if I go straight into a pressing movement, my knees get cooked, my adductors sometimes lock up, my hamstrings feel weird. So adductors is what I start with. I'll probably do 2 warm-up sets there and then higher reps there. So 2 sets of probably about 21 reps, leaving a rep in the tank, just getting a blood flow there, warming those up. See, look at this, look at this. A little sear on it. We got the bed of white rice. In the off season, when we're pushing food, this won't look as good, but right now, this is the best thing on earth. Then we'll move over to a lion hamstring curl. Do 2 warm-up sets there. And then, I'm trying to remember here, working set-wise, let's see. I'm doing 1 set of 12 to 15. And then 1 set of 10 to 12 rest pause. So keeping in a little bit of intensifier on the hamstring curls, but only doing 2 working sets there. Again, it just helps get blood in the knee by going to the hamstring curl next before the leg extension for me, especially right now when estrogen's a little bit lower, body fat's a little bit lower. You're just more susceptible for joint pain and injury at this point in the prep. So better to be cautious. Then I'll move over to my leg extensions. We'll do 2 warm-ups, 2 sets of 16 to 20, and then 1 set of 12 to 15 rest pause, so 3 working sets of leg extensions. And this leg day is quad focused. All my main leg days are quad focused because I do a posterior day right now as well. And that posterior day is just calves, back, and hamstrings. So I do a couple sets of leg curls on that day and some RDLs. Then I'll move over to either a hack squat or a Smith machine squat. Off-season Smith machine squat was my jam, and at the beginning of prep too, but now it's just the fatigue to the risk versus reward. I don't know if it's there. So recently it's been all hack squat, but we'll see. 2 warm-ups, get blood in there, get the form down, then 1 good hard set of 8 to 12 reps, still going heavy, but nothing crazy, not trying to get hurt. Like I said, my knees are feeling it. We'll move over to the Arsenal leg press. It's a heavier leg press. It can be used bilaterally, but we lock it up, do both legs. Do 1 good warm-up set there, kind of calf to hamstring, get a good range of motion, feel out the movement. Then we're going to do 2 sets of 12 to 15, going pretty hard, and then 1 back off set of 16 to 20. Just pump a bunch of blood in those quads and call it a day. So 3, 4, so we got 7 working sets of quads, 2 working sets of hamstrings, and 2 working sets of adductors. And I laid out the warm-ups in there for you as well. And then we'll come home and eat. Well, we'll hit Trader Joe's on the way home to get rice. Then we'll come home and eat. Pink Himalayan salt, 1/4 teaspoon. Every meal, like I said, we measure water, we measure salt. I measure my sauces, everything consistent. There's our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sauce of choice recently has been this new sauce, the peanut flavor. Any sauce is good right now, under 10 calories or less, but I do measure them out. So 15 mils is the serving size here for 5 calories. Again, guys, these low-calorie options on a diet, they help a lot, but there's calories in them, so you can't just use them like crazy and expect you not to. I see people, they'll have 4 or 5 diet sodas a day, and then their digestion is all jacked up, and they got heartburn, and they're using these sugar-free syrups, but there's 10 calories a serving, and they're just globbing them on. You're getting 100+ calories a day, and you're using a crap ton of spray, and that adds up. And so you got to keep everything consistent throughout the entire prep to make sure that stuff's not biting you, because you're already putting in so much work, time, effort, money, etc. Ground cinnamon to top it all off. The chicken rice meals with the peanut sauce and the dates. Good amount of cinnamon there. Cinnamon's good for insulin sensitivity, but I use it more for flavor. So that's that, guys. Here's the finished product for you. There she is. I don't know if that looks good to you, but it looks freaking amazing to me. So I'm going to put this down, work a little bit more, and then we will have our pump. Coffee's almost done. Man, that iced pumpkin coffee's good. It's not like pumpkin creamer or sugar-free. That's another thing, the sugar-free stuff in the coffee, the stevias, the sugar-free drinks, all that stuff adds up, but this is the black coffee with flavoring, so I don't add anything to it. Espresso makes it keep consistent. Pumpkin one iced is amazing. So that's gone. Then have the pre. I gotta throw this Intra back in the fridge. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I messed up. I gotta put the powder in with the water. Just sometimes if I have a boost of energy the night before, I want to take advantage of that because I know my energy comes in waves right now. But put this down, take the pre, grab the Intra, hit the road, go smash legs, go pick up some rice, and we'll be back for pre-workout, post-workout, creamy and cream of rice. All right, leg day done. Post-workout meal time on the balcony. Boom. All right, I know I said I was gonna do the blueberry donut ISO H1. Changed my mind. Chocolate ISO H1. Chocolate cream of rice. Topped with cinnamon, 50 grams of cream of rice. I do 4 grams of water per cream of rice, so 200 grams of water, 50 grams of cream of rice. Mix with a fork to get out the clumps beforehand. I zap it for the first time about 45 seconds, and then mix it every 30 until it's good. 2 spins on light ice cream on the creamy. Right now it's just 2 scoops away, 68 grams away, 220 grams of water, and 1/8 teaspoon xanthan gum. And then I do 1 serving of New Sauce's chocolate hazelnut sauce. Zap that in the microwave for 20 seconds. Put that in there, and that's what it looks like. It's like a little soft serve, or a little hot fudge almost. Cream rice. This is liter of water number 6. And the way I eat it here is I kind of just take a little creamy, take a little cream of rice. That's so good. My low days, I don't get the creamy with cream of rice. It's only medium days and high days. So I gotta soak that up while I can. Leg day ended up being a little bit different than what I had thought. So started off adductors, like I said. 2 warm-ups, 2 sets of about 21. Then I did the seated leg curl instead of lying leg curl today. 2 warm-ups there, about 20 reps each warm-up, and then hammered like a set of like 16, and then 1 set of like 12, and instead of doing a rest positive drop set, a little less focus on the negative, a little quicker reps, definitely not sloppy by any means, but generally I put a lot of stress on the negative, higher intensity. Today I focused a little more on the contraction. A little more pump style. Felt great. Hamstrings had a great pump. Then moved over to leg extension. Did 2 warm-ups there of like 20 reps. Put on my butcher balm, and then did 2 working sets of like 16 to 20, and then 1 set at like 14, and did a drop set, got like another 10. Again, just a little less on the negatives. Kept the weight pretty high, that I would normally do like 10 to 12 reps, and just a little more pump style. You know, I've been watching a lot of Dennis James videos, MCO Productions, Dexter Jackson, Jay Cutler, like the late 90s, early 2000s guys. And so it just did a little more warm-up, a little bit focused on the blood flow, and it just felt better, man. Like my CNS doesn't feel as shocked. It was the best leg pump I've had in weeks, and on not that much food. So my legs were still shaking. Anyway, moved over to the Arsenal leg press first instead of the squat, because I just felt like I wasn't ready for the squat. I did 2 warm-up sets of like 20 reps, and then did 3 working sets. First working set was at 20, second was at like 16, and third was at like 14. So crap ton of reps, good weight. I think I stuck at like 4 plates on the first one, then 5 plates on the second 2. And like I said, that Arsenal leg press is heavier than normal. Like 5 plates it feels like 6 or 7 on the other leg press I use. I don't remember what brand that other one is. Then I moved over to the Atlantis hack squat. Did 1 warm up there with 1 plate, and then did 2 plates, and just did some very deep kind of pump reps. And then when I was near failure, I did some partials at the top, just like some top pump reps, and just really just squeezed the shit out of the quad at the top. And then I dropped it down to 1 plate and did some reps on my toes, pumped out some more reps there, and then went over after that, grabbed the 30-pound dumbbells and did 1 set of walk-in lunges, 30-pound dumbbells. So a little bit more volume than what I intended on doing, a little bit more pump style of a workout. But like I said, I mean, my legs were shaking. It was the best leg pump I've had in weeks, and my CNS isn't as shocked. But enough talking. I'm gonna put this meal down, and then day 2, like work day, starts, because it's about 4 p.m. right now. You know, I work from 5, 6, 7, depends on the day. Start in the morning, work till my workout, so 1:30, 2-ish. Go hit the workout, and then come back, and then we'll start like my second work day. So after this, I pretty much eat every 2 hours. The morning, I push back meal 1, stay fasted, do the fasted cardio, that type of stuff. And then, you know, push back meal 2 and meal 3, train, and then these last 3 meals I eat pretty close together. So it's just before 4 o'clock, right at 4 o'clock, put this down. I'll probably eat again at 6, eat again at 8, have my sleep supplements around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and be out by 9. Back up, I'm at them 4:30-ish, 4:45 for the Stairmaster tomorrow. 55 minutes fasted with some abs and 5 rounds of posing after. I have a haircut at 2:30. And then I'll go back to the stairs for the 25 minutes in the evening with 5 more rounds of posing right after that, because that's what I do non-training days. 55 minutes stairs fasted, 5 rounds of posing right after, and then 25 minutes stairs in the evening, 5 rounds of posing right after. Abs before in the fasted cardio session. Kills me. God bless. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to take an Epsom salt bath later tonight too, because my legs are fried. Please like, subscribe, follow on God Bless. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening.